Welcome to In Between Thoughts. Today we're going to talk about something I think a lot of people secretly feel but do not say out loud. The feeling that everyone else somehow has life figured out except you. I think almost everyone has felt this at some point. You look around and it seems like people have plans, people have careers, people have relationships, people have goals, people seem confident, people seem like they know exactly where they're going. And meanwhile, you're sitting there wondering, how does everyone else know what they're doing? What am I missing? Why do I still feel confused? Why do I still feel lost? And honestly, I think one of the hardest parts about growing up is realizing that life slowly starts feeling more serious. People start asking questions. What are your plans? What career do you want? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And somewhere along the way, it starts feeling like you're supposed to know, like you're supposed to have a roadmap, like you're supposed to have your future planned out. And if you do not, then maybe you're falling behind. But I think something people forget is this: you're mostly seeing people's finished moments, not their unfinished ones. You see the graduation picture, you see the new apartment, you see the relationship post, you see the promotion, you see the engagement, you see the happy moments people decide to share. But you do not see the stress. You do not see the uncertainty. You do not see the nights where they questioned themselves. You do not see the moments where they felt like they were failing. You do not see the fear. And I think that's where people accidentally start comparing their behind the scenes life to someone else's highlight reel. And that's a comparison nobody wins. Because here's something I think is true: a lot of people who look like they have everything figured out are still trying to understand themselves too. Some people are in careers they are not sure they love. Some people are in relationships they question. Some people are pretending to feel confident. Some people are still trying to understand who they even are. Some people are just better at hiding uncertainty. And honestly, I think that's human. Because life is not really something you completely figure out. Life changes, people change, goals change, dreams change, you change. The person you were 5 years ago is probably different from the person you are now, and the person you are now will probably be different from the person you'll become years from today. And I think sometimes people put pressure on themselves to have permanent answers in a life that is constantly changing. Maybe that's why so many people feel lost, because they're trying to solve a version of life that keeps evolving. I do not think life was meant to be perfectly figured out. I think life was meant to be experienced, to make mistakes, to change your mind, to try things, to fail, to learn, to meet people, to outgrow people, to discover things about yourself that you never knew before. Because imagine if you actually knew every single thing that was going to happen in your life, every person, every mistake, every achievement, every outcome. There would be no surprises, no growth, no discovering who you become, and maybe not having all the answers right now does not mean you're lost. Maybe it just means you're living. Maybe you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you've been feeling behind lately, I want you to hear this: you're not the only one trying to figure life out. Most people are, some people are just quieter about it. I'll see you in the next In Between Thoughts.